Alright, and here we have King, also known as the Resident the Grappler, a very scary character with a focus on grab mix-ups and counter hits for some reason. This character has gone through a lot over the course of Tekken's history. He's usually known to be a pretty rare case of a high-tier grappler. In most fighting games, like, you know, if you're from Guilty Gear, Potemkin, and I guess if you're from Street Fighter, Zangief, most grapplers, with some rare exceptions, are usually known to be not that good in their respective fighting games. But in King, universally speaking, to my knowledge, there really hasn't been a time when he hasn't been pretty good and very viable. And in Tekken 8 especially, some may go as far as to say that he's rather ignorant. A very good, solid character. So his focus with this with the toolkit, he's a legacy character. He's been in Tekken since day one of the old days of Tekken 1. And he is a very solid character with a lot of tools to enforce a lot of his game plan, with obviously a very hard focus on grabbing your opponent and making them suffer. So yeah, if you like grabs and you like just overall having a lot of finesse, especially if you're a fan of WWE and like all of those big wrestling sports, this is your character. He pretty much has everything you could wish for. So yeah, intermediate level of difficulty. His general game plan overall, he is very OG classic Tekken, but especially and a lot of people like to make this argument when you compare Armor King and King. This is a debate that can be argued about, but Armor King is arguably a better quote-unquote Tekken character. He focuses more on fundies, while King is very explicitly a Tekken 8 character. He uses a lot of the core game mechanics to his advantage, and he does it very well. He's able to make a lot of his stuff work with the game mechanics very well. So just keep that in mind. Overall, you're going to be playing a slightly more different, more modern Tekken with King. But keep in mind, some of the legacy stuff that is infamous for King still applies. He has a terrible backdash. Definitely better than what he used to have, but compared to the rest of the cast where they can just Korean backdash, he can't really do that. So he has special movement tools that are unique to him, like this, Jaguar Step and Jaguar Sprint. Or Jaguar Dash. Yeah, he has like these special kind of maneuvers that he can use that are more attuned. Think like if you're from Guilty Gear, think like Potemkin and Hammerfall, right? He has like those kind of tools. So, but in this game, they gave him a little something sweet to help you out as well. He also has a Mishima Wave Dash. Not as good as Armor King, to my knowledge, but he does have it. But we'll go over that in a second. So let's talk about his best tools first. His go-to 10 frame is 1-2. He does have pretty good other ones, 2-1 being also a good one, but... And I can't really explain this. Keep in mind, King is the latest character that I have recently learned as of like a few weeks ago. So a lot of the things I actually say in this video may or may not be true, so please take everything I say with a grain of salt, along with everything. But from my knowledge, King's 2-1, Armor King's 2-1 is way better than King's. I just find it to be less consistent. I don't know what it is. Maybe the frames to go into the second punch is slower. But I just find 1-2 to be more consistent. The damage difference is like a little big, but I think consistency is more important. So I would usually go for 2-1. And out of 2-1, he gets a lot of extensions, which is also why I encourage using 1-2 instead of 2-1. So you could do 1-2-1, a mid follow-up that you can just keep going that leads into very silly jab extensions that you get follow-ups from. I know there's a lot of stuff with that. I don't use it as much. Sometimes I just do 1-2. As you can see on the bottom, from a punish, I am +8, so that gives me some time to go for a mix-up between a mid or a grab. So that's usually my brain when I think about King. If I'm punishing somebody with a 1-2 punish, your brain's like, all right, do I go for a mid or am I going for a grab? Right? I missed a grab there. But yeah. So yeah, that's his 10 frames. Next up, and I know a lot of you are like, oh my god, Robo, please talk about the grabs, please. I mean, this is King we're talking about. Now hold up. I don't know if you guys are ready for this, but you want to know what King's best move is? It's not his 10 frame. It's not his like mid extension that I've been spamming a lot lately, this 4-3. It's not that. And it's not even any of his throws. Down 4-2. Down 4-2 is an insanely broken string, and for many King players, I think it's pretty much agreed upon that this is his best move. Down 4-2-1 is a 13 frame, counter hit confirmable, mid-high string, and it's insanely good. It also tends to crush a lot of moves. If somebody jabs incorrectly or does something incorrect, this will check them, go through it, and if they are mashing, then it will go through. And it is, if I go to the frame advantage real quick, let's go see that real quick. If they don't duck the high, it is -4, and if you just do the down 4-2 raw and don't finish the string, and you're afraid that they're going to duck the high and kill you, it is still -6. You're -6 on down 4-2, down 4-2-1 is -4. You are safe either way. There was pretty much no drawback to using this outside from whipping the button, and even then it's very hard to punish this move. So yeah, counter hit, 13 frames, safe on block, confirmable string. Very, very strong. So keep that in mind. It's a very good panic string. Down 4-2 is just really good. You'll see a lot of like competitive players spam this move because it's just really good for checking the opponent, keeping them honest, and then going for mix-ups after. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So now that we got that out of the way, right? Let's talk about his grabs real quick. So what are the grabs you need to know? If you've watched my Armor King guide, you should already know what his 2 primary grabs are to use in pretty much like his go-to like interchangeable mix-ups. Giant Swing is the most infamous one. 10 frame, 1 break, very good grab that side switches and does insane damage at the wall. Especially if you get the Blue Spark version, which I just did. This will do a solid, chunky 60 damage, and it will do even more with Rage. So Giant Swing is unnecessary. You can kind of just cheese people by just doing it after a jab. If I'm good at this game, which I am not. I'm bad, sorry. There we go. So yeah, jab into Giant Swing is very strong. You could also mix it up with the infamous Shining Wizard, a 1+2 running grab that will also take time to practice because doing an instant while running Shining Wizard is pretty important. But yeah, so that's the interchangeable thing you do. So Giant Swing, the reason why this is good to go between these two is that Giant Swing, and I'll go over this real quick. I already said it in the Armor King section, but Tekken has a pattern of showing the animation of the grabs. So if you see King's left hand go forward, it's a 1 break. King's 2 grab is a 2 break, and everyone has. Oh my, sorry, Jen, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, 1+2 break, pressing both punches to break the grab looks like this. Now notice that Giant Swing's animation looks like a 1+2 grab, and of course, this goes without saying, Shining Wizard's animation, when he whiffs it, is also looks like a 1+2 grab. So on a visual standpoint, it is a complete, utter 50-50 mix-up. So mixing between Giant Swing and Shining Wizard is the king go-to. So those are the 2 most important grabs. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Robo, what about if they know between the 2 and they keep guessing right? Well, good news, you could mix them up even more. You have a 2 break throw game as well. This is King after all. He's a grappler for a reason. So if you do the Giant Swing input and press 2 instead of 1, you get Tijuana Twister. I apologize if I mispronounced that, but yeah, this is the other grab he has. It's not as important, but it's still a good move to remember because you need to press the 2 button to break it instead of a 1+2. It does, I think it does have like an obvious animation of being a 2 break. Hold on, if I manage to actually get it. It might not, actually. I haven't really thought that hard about it, but it's a good grab to have, so definitely use this one. And if the execution's a little bit hard for you, which, I mean, you're going to have to get used to it either way, you can also use down forward 2+3, knee bash. It's a 2 break as well. Much faster if you're not confident, if you know they're going to mash afterwards and you want to punish something quickly. Yeah, I find knee bash to be very nice. It does put them at a bit of a distance away, so it's not as good for Oki. So for those situations, you want to go for Tijuana Twister because it puts them right next to you. Good for Oki. So those are the trade-offs. Now, Muscle Buster is also pretty nice. It's good for splattering or crushing the ground if you have like one of those stages where the ground could collapse. Quarter circle back both punches. It is a 1+2 break, and it puts you in back turn. So if they decide to mash on you while you are back turn, if I can show that off real quick. Yeah, okay, well, he's not close enough, but yeah, back turn, he has a whole bunch of plethora of options from that as well. Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? Yeah, you can get a full combo from that. Let me see if I can. Sorry, chat, hold on. Let me go, oh, and then there we go. Yep, full combo. So yeah, Muscle Buster is pretty handy. Now let's go over the meme thing that a lot of people know King for. Chain grabs. Now, chain grabs aren't as necessary to learn in this game. They are very funny, because as you can see, a lot of the extensions do like a bajillion damage and they delete the health bar. But please keep in mind, with King, these chain grabs, you have a million chances to break these. The way that the King chain grab system works, once you grab your opponent with one of these, they have the entire animation or a certain parts of the animation to break these grabs. And they can push a button to break each individual part. It's like a puzzle. You have like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 of the grab for how longer it takes, and they can just break these grabs. So it's good to learn because it's a big extension. You do a wave dash follow-up, and you can either do let's see, a mid. I think I do a mid. Yeah, you can do a mid for it, but if they know they're not going to respect you or they're going to stand still, go for the chain grab and then kill them. Yeah, so I'm not going to go over all of them. The most important ones, I'd say, if you are going to take the time to learn, wave dash 1+3, you can press 2, 1, 1+2. You can literally just look at the move list, honestly. Like, I don't need to spend too much time on it. This is just a matter of practice. Go into the training room if you want to learn it. We have an entire section right here. It'll give you a flowchart. If you want to go for arm breaker, which is the 1+3 extension, then you'll go down the flowchart right here. You can go through to this option, which then leads to this option, right? So you can just read the names, right? Arm breaker into head jammer. What do I do after head jammer? There you go. There's the struggle combination you do after head jammer. If you don't want to do that combination, you can do, like, you know what I'm saying? So like you can kind of take your poison and pick whatever you want. You can get your rolling death cradle clip on Twitter and post it. You know, this is all right here. But I will warn, for these situations, a lot of counterplay has been found for kings who spam chain grabs. You can literally just hold down the button. In the past legacy games, you are forced to time it, which was a lot more difficult to break the chain grabs. But nowadays, you can just hold down whatever button you're thinking they're going to do next, and then it will break the animation. So just be aware. It's a bit memey. It can be good to use, but I wouldn't say they're completely necessary, but they can be useful to have. So yeah, that's not all of his grabs, but we'll go over more in a second. I guess the last thing I'll mention is that he has crouch grabs as well, and he has grabs for when people are sitting down. So if I get this counter hit, I could do stuff like this, or I guess I could also do something like this. He has grabs for a lot of situations. He has grabs to reset Oki. He has grabs when people stay on the ground, which is also very good to have. Right? So just, that's all stuff you can look in the move list. He has, I think, a long plethora of grabs. I would say don't worry too much about him right now. Focus on learning him. Don't be too overwhelmed by it. Okay, King has a lot of moves, but he has a lot of other very basic tools that I think you should get used to before you start expanding upon it. And I say this a lot for fighting game characters in general, don't be overwhelmed by it. Your love for the character will fuel you to learn every bit of the character once you get used to it. So I say for now, just don't worry about it, right? We'll get there. So those are his most important grabs, and we'll move on from there. And I'll go over a few more niche ones once we get into the other buttons, but we gotta talk about heat engagers, okay? So what are his most important ones? We gotta talk about 421. Armor King has this as well. It's a very good, strong, long-reaching mid heat engager that leads to a high, so it can be ducked, so be aware of that. But it can lead to a full combo, and it is very strong. It has a really good range, good for punishing long-reach normal moves such as Death Fist. So definitely use this a lot, but don't be warned, at a high level, people will probably duck the second hit. So try not to spam it too much. You do get a I don't think you get a... Oh yeah, you do have a mid extension if you hold down, down 1, 2. But I believe this is unsafe, so just keep that in mind. Alright. But yeah, 421 is a good confirmable. You can also confirm this from shove, which I will go over it later. But 4-4 neutral, 1+2. 0 on block, good mid check. But on counter hit, you get a guaranteed 421. So that'll take some timing if you want to learn that. But yeah, so 421. Now you do have a single hit mid long range heat engager. The shoulder forward 2+3, very good move that also leads to a full combo if you manage to heat dash. So this is also really good. So make sure to know that one exists. Pedigree, down 1+3 is one of your crouch throws. You do have multiple crouch throws by inputting any grab combination and down. But down 1+3, if you manage to hit it, is one of the stylish grabs that gives you heat. So that's another good one to do. You could use it raw if you know they're gonna duck as a raw call out, but you could also combo into it from two ways that I'm aware of. You can either do it from jaguar step forward or front. You can press 2, and you do this little dunk animation. And if you manage to hit it, it is a guaranteed craft grab. You can go for pedigree, which will give you a guaranteed heat engager. You could also go for other things. This one will break the floor. If you manage to go for this one, and down 2+4 gives you this one, which gives you Oki. So that one's also a good one to go for. So yeah, those are good ones to know. And let's see, another really important heat engager I'll go over: muscle armor. This is your call out, stop mashing if they're mashing highs or mids. This will get beaten by grabs and lows if you go for muscle armor. Let me go ahead and display this real quick. It's basically meant to be used as a call out tool. So if they mash on you and you get Oki, right? So definitely use that. Like you saw, it doesn't last all the way, and there are some inconsistencies. But if you manage to land it, it's pretty good. And if I remember correctly, yeah, you could also hit confirm it as well. It does like no damage because, you know, you're getting it from muscle armor, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, muscle armor is a good defensive tool to use, so be sure to keep that in mind. Do not spam it. There is counterplay to it. They can mash lows and grabs to immediately beat that. But yeah, they're good tools to have. Same, basically for both pedigree, like stuff like jaguar. I'm losing my words. Jaguar step 2 into pedigree or muscle armor. These are like very good call out tools for sauce and just making sure your opponent doesn't mash on you. So just remember that you have them. They're good tools to have. Now, speaking of lows, let's talk about them, right? So down forward 4 is a low I like to use. I know a lot of kings like to use down 3. It is a pretty good low. Not as good as Armor King down 3, which looks very similar, but it's very similar to him as well. It has very poor range. And it's very dangerous to whip this low if you are nervous about that. So I usually go for down forward 4. It is -3 on hit, so please be aware of that. You are losing your turn if you do hit this, but similar to Dragunov down 2, where it's also minus on hit, it does kind of open up a new plethora of mind games if you care about that. Like if they're like, oh, I know this is minus on hit, they're gonna match something on safe. Sidestep, punish, right? So being minus on hit isn't the worst thing in the world. You can use that to your advantage, all right? But another good low that, and I would argue his best low to use, forward neutral 2. Forward neutral 2 is the one where he punches you in the dick. It's very painful, but it's good. It staggers. I'm gonna turn off counter here so that you can see what the actual advantage on it is. Yeah, +5 on hit. Very good. You can mix it up with normal forward non-neutral 2, which is a mid that gives you a full crouch throw. But if they're slacking and you know they're going to be doing something, being +5 is good. You can go for jabs, more mids after on hit. And I believe if they block it, if they somehow do block it, it's not too punishable, but it's like almost impossible to react to. Sorry, I'm messing up the input now. Yeah, -13. Oh yeah, -13 is pretty bad. They can kill you for it. But, I mean, come on guys, it's Tekken. Everything comes with risk and reward. It's still one of his best lows. I would definitely say, please use it. It's a very good low, travels very far, good for mix-ups, for checking your opponent. So definitely get used to it, right? So, those are the 2 lows that I would use more often than not. In terms of mids, he's got a lot. So, let's go over those. So, forward 1+2. This move is insanely good. Very long range whiff punisher, the lariat. 0 on block. So very similar to the shove we were talking about earlier, where it's just good. You check with it. They're not going to punish this. You're safe here. It's not necessarily your turn, but it is a good move to have just to throw out there. If you know that they're whipping full screen, forward 1+2 will punish them. And you get a guaranteed down back 3 after, if you manage to hit them grounded. Guaranteed run up while running 3, which, by the way, I will say this, while running 3 is really, really good. Another good mid to have. +3 on block starts your turn. You get a free 1-2 out of it if they jab, and if they know they're going to respect you, you can go for more options. Go for 4-4-2, +7 to +3. If you know they're going to crouch, go for 4-3, which is another really good mid. I will go over in a second, but yeah, make sure to use this to your advantage. A lot of kings will get plus frames and immediately go for a grab, because if people are scared of it, then that's pretty much a free grab mix-up, and if they decide to mash afterwards, you can do either 4-3, 1+2, or down 4-2. Never forget about this move, right? To call out the mash and get a full combo, right? So yeah, the while running 3 is really good. Let's talk about oh, actually wait, one thing I'll mention before I move on. While running 3, sometimes they will just get hit by it, right? Sometimes they'll just try to sidestep or they didn't block it, and this is a free 4-4, which is another really good mid I'll go over. I just realized a lot of his mids kind of chain into each other. King has a habit of doing that a lot, so this is actually good. The more you play King and you get used to your mids, you're going to be using a lot of them in conjunction with each other. So definitely get used to that. 4-4 is an insanely good mid. Gives hard knockdown, as you can see with the green lines. It tracks, so if they try to sidestep, they will get hit by it. Gives good frame advantage, and it is, from my knowledge, completely safe on block at -9. And it crushes lows, because he's doing a little jump here. So if they decide to spam a low, or do a get-up attack, this will kill it. So get used to using 4-4. It's very good. Guaranteed after while running 3, right? You see that was a true combo. And then you get OP afterwards. So, yeah. 4-4 is really good. 4-1+2 is really good. 4-4 neutral 1+2. This is the shove. Insanely good. Good range. It does have not as good range as 4-1+2. It can whiff sometimes. If I manage to do it properly. Yeah, see right there. The range isn't exactly the best, but it's a good move to have in checking in neutral. Sometimes I like doing this, and because it's 0 on block, sometimes I just let the thing rock, 4-1+2, and they'll just get hit by it. Like, people still think it's their turn afterwards, and they'll still get hit by it. So, definitely keep that in mind. What's the other one? There's one more mid that I do need to go over. Forward 1. A bit slow at 20 frames, but it is good for going in. A lot of people like to step. Sometimes 4-4 isn't exactly has the range you need to track an opponent that is far away and trying to run away from you. So 4-4-1 will track them. It's, I believe, safe on block. Let me go over the frame data on this. Yeah, -5, insanely safe on block. Really slow, so you want to get at a good mid-range distance before you use this move. But it will hit them. You will initiate your turn. You're at a pretty good distance when you use this move. And it is, look at that, a whopping +14. Insanely good. Gives you a really good, nice grab. Basically a free grab after this. You get a free grab mix up after this, and they will have to be forced to guess. Very, very strong move. So use 4-4-4 at a distance, and when you're up close, I would recommend using a lot of 4-3. If you know that they're ducking a lot of your grabs, and they just keep ducking your grabs if they keep guessing right, using 4-3 is really good. 4-3 is pretty much your go-to close-up normal. -8 safe, and if you manage to hit confirm it, you mash 1+2 after you hit confirm the 4-3, and you get this grab extension, and you get full damage. So yeah, 4-3 is a very good move. We'll go over. Oh my gosh, dude, King, why do you have so many good mids? The more I'm thinking about it, it's kind of ludicrous. One more mid I will go over that I don't see a lot of King players use as much because I think it's a bit slow. Forward 1+3 is the chest shove. +3 on block. I like using this a lot after plus frames. If I know that they're going to keep respecting me to continue my pressure, especially after a heat dash. Actually, if I get a heat engager or I get a heat confirm. Hold on, let me. There we go. Sometimes I like throwing out this. It's slow, so sometimes it will hit him trying to run away. And it's +7 on hit and +3 on block. So either way, I'll either go for a grab or I'll go for a mid 4-3. So yeah, chest is good for more pressure and plus frames. So keep that in mind. In terms of panic buttons, if you're getting afraid, I already talked about how good down forward 2 is. Never forget you have this mid. This mid is broken. It's stupid until they nerf it in the next upcoming season. I will continue to use it, and every king will continue to use it until they nerf it. So please get used to abusing this mid until they nerf it. Back 1+3 is his one of his primary armor moves. He has 2 of them, which I'll go over. But the first one I'll go over is back 3. It is a high, so please keep that in mind. Sometimes this move will just whiff, but it has incredible range. Sometimes it'll just hit him if they decide to mash. And if you mash 1+2, similar to 4-3, you know how like you get this extension? Back 3 has the same thing. You mash both punch buttons and then you'll get an extension. Is it safe on block? I don't think it is. -10. No, they can 10 frame punish you. So that's something. Not a terrible thing. Honestly, a lot of kings like to spam this, and I don't even blame them. Sometimes I spam it if I don't trust my opponent to stand still, and I'll just use it. That's a good move to use. Another good panic button that I'll be using, that I'll teach you how to use, is his second power crush. That is not just muscle armor. Up forward 3+4. This move is pretty good. You can also get it from what is it? From crouching. So if you're getting up and you're like, damn it, I know they're gonna do a slow move on me and kill me. Up forward 3+4 is really good. It will crush through whatever they're going through. It is a mid. And those two, as you can see, he starts running at you, and you get to do Jaguar Sprint, which is another thing I'll be going over. But yeah. So if you're in trouble, if you're scared, muscle armor, down forward 2. If you know they're going to be whipping something unsafe or something small, you can risk a down forward 2 to get a hit confirm, which you can do whatever you want from that. Back 3 1+2 and up forward 3+4 are your go-to armor moves. Don't spam them because they're both unsafe a little bit, but good to have if you know they're not gonna respect you, right? So, yeah. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I did miss one heating future. I just realized, but we'll go over that later. Because now we're going to be talking about Jaguar Sprint. Jaguar Sprint is the new movement tool that they added to King. Jaguar Step is legacy. He's had that for a very long time. But Jaguar Sprint, this is a Tekken 8 unique feature, and he gets that after multiple follow-ups. It is useful for mix-ups and for starting your offense after certain moves when they hit, alright? So the way I like to use it, obviously I already talked about it, up 3+4 to armor through a move, and he immediately starts running and you get Jaguar Sprint. You could also do on a punish, while rising 2-2, 14 frame starter. If they do something unsafe and you crouch, while rising 2-2 will put you into Jaguar Run as well. And on the wall, we're gonna go over this later, but if you manage to get a wall ender, 3-2-2 is his go-to combo, and it also puts him into Jaguar Sprint. So at the wall, they will be forced to guess between this. So yeah, those are the 3 ways, the most common ways that he tends to go into Jaguar Sprint. Jaguar Sprint, he has multiple options. I'll go over them real quickly, alright? So after he gets to the sprint, Jaguar Sprint 1, this little uppercut punch is a safe mid check, and if it's fully charged, he gets a full tornado thing off of it, so you can get a lot of damage if they manage to duck it. And it is, like I said, completely safe. So if they do decide to duck this move, you're fine, I believe. Let me see if I can... A second. Okay, yeah, he did not duck it. I gotta set it to... Hold on. There we go. -8. Yep, you're safe. Don't mash afterwards because you will probably lose. It's because your turn is over, but you will not die if they manage to block it. So safe on block, mid check. You also have Jaguar Sprint 2. Pretty plus. It's a high, so keep that in mind. They can duck this, but it is +3. It is still your turn after this, so you can initiate by doing jabs, doing for a grab, or you know the drill. 4-3, grab, or 1-2, right? You go for safe options after Sprint 2 because it is very, very plus on block, +3. You also have another, this is a very popular option, Sprint 3, -9, safe on block, tracking mid. That calls out people who try to run away, because most people, if they see King doing this animation, they get very scared. They don't want to deal with that, so they try to run away. 4-3 will hit them if they try to step away. The only bad part about it is that you are giving up your Oki. As you can see, they are very far away, but I mean, hey, if they're gonna be sidestepping a lot, none of this is gonna be hitting. You will be whiffing and dying. So 4-3, Sprint 3 is good to use, and the best part about it is that if it is plus, or I'm sorry, if it's charged, you are +2 on block. Now this can be used for setups. You can get a free, hold on, let me see if I can display it real quick. If it's charged, if they're too afraid to push, you can get a free shove afterwards because it's +2. Or sorry, it's yeah, it's +2. I suck at it. I have misinputted it twice. But you get the idea, right? You can do a lot of long-reaching mids afterwards, and you can just flip them if they're trying to mash after that. The two other options we're going to go over. Sprint 4 is his low. It is 0 on hit. I believe on block it is very, very minus if they do block this. But the interesting thing about this move is that they will probably not punish it properly. Because it is -21, right? Insane, but look at that. He's grounded. He's taking a nap. They're not going to punish him. Well, you can. There are ways to punish him, but the opponent's going to have to be ready to punish it and adjust accordingly. So at low ranks, you probably won't be punished for using this low as much, but just keep that in mind, right? But it's a good thing to do, and most importantly, at the wall, if you know that they're going to stay on the ground because they don't want to deal with that, you can go for it as a nice, like, oh, you're staying on the ground because you don't want to guess? Sprint 4 is guaranteed. All right. So it's pretty good. And the last and unfortunately the worst option I'll go over. Any grab button, I believe. Do you get it from pressing 2+4? Yeah, you do. Yeah, so any grab button after sprint is the RKO. It tracks both sides, I believe, but it is reactable. So if they're like very much awake, if they're fighting a good player, they will probably duck this. But I've seen competitive players still get hit by this. It is a very damaging command grab. If they're not in heat yet, it gives you heat and puts you into heat. Very hype. The RKO is cool, but yeah, just keep that in mind. The last thing I'll talk about Jaguar Sprint before I move on is that in heat, it's extra scary because if you get it, the entire time King is running while he has his heat on, he is completely armored. It's actually absurd. So if I can display that real quick. Jin, get off me. Look at that. See? You see that? You see that? No matter what he does, he just can't deal with it. It's crazy. Jaguar Sprint in heat is insanely good, so don't be afraid to let your Jaguar Sprint run while you're in heat. They probably will not be able to deal with it as much. They can, I believe it still like loses to options, but yeah, like it's not perfect. They can still counterattack it in some ways, but yeah, it's just useful to have. If people are not aware, you will be able to kill them. So keep that in mind. So yeah, that's Jaguar Sprint. Mishima Wave Dash, like I already said before, it is useful. Crash Dash 1+2 is the move I would use. Be careful using this move. It is a little slow at it takes 20 frames for this move to come out. But if you're already adapted to your opponent on hard knockdown, because you will use this move a lot on hard knockdown, because if you manage to knock them down here, let me see if I can turn on counter hit real quick. If they stay on the ground, this hits grounded, is what I'm trying to say. This hits grounded, and it's complete. Yeah, see right there. Minus, it hit them grounded. And if they do block it, it is also completely safe on block. It's a very good. It's another really good mid you get from Mishima Wave Dash. -5. So overall, aside from the long startup, there is pretty much no real downside to using Crash Dash 1+2. It's a nice mid to throw out. High level kings will use this move a lot. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, and it gives you running Oki after on raw knockdown, non-counter hit. And if you do get a counter hit, if they somehow mash on this, you get an entire combo out of it as well. Did I turn off counter hit by accident? I think I did. Look at that. So much damage. And that's not even optimized. I could have done more if I wanted to, but yeah. So yeah, Crash Dash 1+2 is a good mid check, and obviously if you know they've gotten used to blocking this mid, that's when you incorporate the chain grabs. So yeah, definitely get used to using King's moves from Crash Dash. That's when you would incorporate that into it. So there's a lot of other things I could go over with King, but for now, that's pretty much the most I got. There's a lot of very niche tools he has. That you can use to his arsenal, but it's just a lot. This King is this King character very complicated. Honestly, the best recommendation I can have for any King player is just get in the lab, play some games, have fun with them. Get used to the tools he has, and once you understand his basic toolkit, you understand how his mids and his grabs work, you can kind of explore and have more fun with him as you continue to adapt to the game. So that's what I recommend. In terms of competitive people to watch right now, if you want inspiration, I'm gonna shamelessly show my GOAT. Raw Pro has been playing King for a very long time, so you can watch him. He streams quite a bit, and he has a lot of videos on his channel where he plays King. It's basically his main. He is a King main, so watch him. Book has a King recently, but he's like, I make fun of Book because he has like a bit of a weird like newbie style King, but he's still very good at Tekken, so it's not like he's like an idiot or anything. It's just that he has a more conventional, I would call him a modern style King. So you can watch him as well if you want to see what he does with him. But undisputably, the best King in the... I got ahead of myself. The best King in the world at the moment is the John. The John is an incredible King player. I'd recommend watching him. He has setups that pretty much everybody likes to use for some things. He makes up his own stuff. He's just an incredible King player overall. He knows the character, so I would recommend him. I would just go ahead and watch him. Now, the last thing I'll go over before I end with King is his combos. So most of the time... Oh my god, I'm an idiot. King has so many mids! Hop kick! Up forward 4. Use this move. I know I might get made fun of for that, but hop kick is good. It is very... like all hop kicks, it is unsafe. You will get punished if you spam it. But, I mean, hey, it's an evasive mid, and it gives you a full combo. Use it. But... yeah, so if you punish something, or you're trying to whip punish, or you just catch them ducking, if you get a hop kick, or any basically starter, I'll go over each of them. So hop kick or any random launcher, you do you can do an optimal with hop kick that I like to do looks something like this. And I like to go for the the crouch grab on float to go for Oki, because you notice I've been doing that quite a lot. I do that a lot for Oki situations if the wall is not close, because now they're flat on their back and they'll be forced to guess between what option I do. But yeah, most of the time for beginner Kings, I recommend for pretty much everything, if you get a launch, get used to using down forward 3 or down forward 4-3, right? Go for this string into back 1-2. Back 1-2 is a too high, that's another, this game is this character, bro, too complicated. Back 1+2 is an extremely good double high string. It is very punishable on block, but similar to Armor King, you do not want to spam this move because you will die, but it is insanely good to punish. It won't give, on counter hit, it will give him a free float, so you can go for stuff after that. But on normal hit, it gives good frame advantage. It's pretty much your go-to 12 frame punisher. You're at +5, so you can go for any sort of mid check after that. Let me see, what am I forgetting? But yeah, so that's the back 1-2 is pretty much your go-to tornado floater. So for his ender, you can do multiple things, all right? So if you're close to the wall, you can end your combo with 1-2 to like get some distance. A lot of Kings also like going for 4-2 down. I'm bad at this game. Give me a second. After a tornado, you could do something like this. I'm bad at this game. Let me try that again. There we go. Yeah, forward 4-2 down 1-2 for a good wall carry. Very good wall carry if you want to do that. But if you want to just cash out damage and you don't really care, honestly, I totally understand you going for the Shining Wizard in the air and just getting the sick power bomb finisher. It's pretty good. Gives good damage, and you do get like some sort of Oki afterwards. You can do a 4-4 on their wake up and see if they get up wrong and kill them, and you're safe on block either way. So really, no, you can just go for it. After down 4-2, you will be using this combo a lot. I don't think you can get anything else from this because of the unique state of the crumple state after a counter hit down 4-2. So just get used to using that. As a combo ender, you could do what I do, where I have been using the crouch throw as an ender to get Oki if the wall is nowhere close, and you get to do stuff after it. But keep in mind, they can break this. Unlike the power bomb, they can break this. So mix it up between options that you have, but they can break it. So keep that in mind. All right. Yeah, at the wall for enders, you can go for multiple things. So you can do down 4-3. You get back turn mix-ups after that as well if you want to do that. A funny little trick, a little gimmick I like to do is something like this. 1+2, 1+3. unblockable. It's gimmicky. It's kind of bad. Good players will kill you for doing that, but it's a little gimmick thing I like to do. Most of the time, a good thing to do would be 3-2-2, because it puts you into Jaguar sprint mix-up, and if they decide to get up wrong, they will die for it. Look at that. Right, +2 at the wall. Another more swag legacy ender is doing either a giant swing input or a freaking shining wizard input. And if I can not be bad at this game, I can display that. There we go. You get the sick wall combo ender with the grab there. It doesn't give you like amazing frame advantage from what I'm aware of, but I mean, hey, it looks sick. It does like a crap ton of damage, so I like using it, and then throwing out like a downboard 4 at the end for the kill if that didn't kill, right? So yeah, all these things you can use. I don't know how long I've been recording. I should probably check that real quick. Oh my god, yeah, no. So that's it for King. There's a lot of depth to this character. There's a lot I haven't said, but just have fun with him. He's not too difficult, but once you do get the hang of his toolkit and you understand his grabs, you will have a lot of fun with him. So get out there and yeah, cause some damage.